About confrontation, violence?
Oh, was that the question you were asking?
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. When you talk about a revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolutionary thrust lies in the principles and the goals that you're striving for, not in the way you reach them. You reach them.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Hey everyone, it's your girl Angie. Raw Truth. Shout out to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through. Y'all, I want everybody to know, like, I know that I've been missing in action, but not really. I've been over there with Ashley D. Shout out to the Queen. I've been over with, hey, Miss Cynthia. Thank you for coming through, Queen. A shout out to Big Cheese. I've been over there with him. Shout out to Break Room. Shout out to the Queen. I've been over there supporting her channel. I've been in the LaTruth saga. You guys, it's been a beautiful turn of events, y'all. It's been closure, apologies, peace, Miss Amora, Queen Felicia. Everybody came together, made apologies, united. Y'all, it's been beautiful. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy, y'all. And I've been so happy for a minute, right? And I wanted to come and, give updates on everybody on my channel and everything and let everybody know, like, I haven't been away, but I've been away from my channel. And it's been beautiful. And I'm so ecstatic. It's been a turn for this family, y'all, to have, this moment right here. It's been great. Brianna and Latoya, they went live. They had a whole moment together where they told everybody, no more beef. Let's squash it. It's done. It's over with. You get what I'm saying? It's been so beautiful. And I've been happy for this moment because, it's been a long time coming for the LaTruth saga, right? It's been a long time coming. And I wanted to give wisdom. And I got a story that I want everybody to hear. Um, there is times when people have judgment within themselves. And so based upon the judgment that they have within themselves, they'll tend to judge others with those same judgments. But y'all, we have to have it in ourselves to not fall victim, to understand that these judgments that they place upon us is only the judgment that they placed on themselves. That's a limit. That's a boundary that they've made for themselves. It hinders the growth. It hinders the change. Texas, thank you for coming through, Queen. Yes, it's been beautiful. I've been so ecstatic about it. And I just want everybody to know, like, this right here, this right here can change everything for everybody, y'all. Let me put my picture up real quick. But this is the moment for everybody to, see that it's possible for change. It's possible for growth. When you break down all of the things that were holding you, all of the things that keep you limited in one space, you know what I'm saying? You can expand. You can breathe, you know? And that's basically what a lot of anger and frustration comes from. That's where a lot of problems come from. That's where, a lot of things in situations in life come from when we hold each other bound to judgments that we have placed in our own head due to our own traumas, due to our own problems, due to things that we've experienced ourselves. They'll say, well, I wouldn't, for example, I'll say this, you know, you'll say, well, I wouldn't go over there because I don't like that environment, right? But then, then they see you do it and then they'll say, oh, I don't like this person because they're going over there where I wouldn't go. So that's basically what is happening, And then you have a buildup of frustration and anger, and then they'll go to the next person that agrees with them and say, they went over there, so I don't like that person. They be like, yeah, I don't like that person either because I agree. I wouldn't go over there either. And then the next thing you know, you got a whole bunch of people that has limited themselves because they won't go to a specific area. And the person that believes in making that opportunity and seeing something in an opportunity and going somewhere, you know, they're expanding, they're growing, they're healing. You get what I'm saying? And it only brings people to further spread things about this person only based upon their own personal judgments, their own personal limits. You get what I'm saying? Thank you, Miss Cynthia. You know, you guys, I wanna break down some of the events that happened, okay? And overall, throughout all of it, it has been beautiful. Y'all, when I watched the Morris panel and she apologized, the content creators were apologizing, the people in the chats were apologizing to each other. We had Kevin up there, we had Latoya up there, we had Dawn up there. It was beautiful. In that moment, it didn't matter who was right or wrong, who started what, who did what. Everybody apologized. Everybody came to a common ground. Everybody came to an understanding. Even shout out to my sis Ashley D. Some moments weren't perfect, but you know what? Ashley D and D Ham, they came to a common ground on Ashley D's panel. Like when I tell you, like this whole saga has come to a peaceful ending, and I know a lot of us couldn't see it through. A lot of us couldn't make it through. You get what I'm saying? We couldn't understand, you know. But those moments were so powerful because a lot of things were said and done out of anger and hurt and frustration and just having our own perspectives of things, right? It was beautiful. I know my last video, I came on here, I was so upset. And I was very upset. And I came from an emotional place. Um, but in all honesty, my content, I want it to be in a place where, it doesn't come off as if I'm attacking anyone. You get what I'm saying? I want to grow because this moment right here has shown us all we can grow. We can become better. We can do better. We don't have to look at things and believe things based upon our own, you know, thoughts and the limits that we placed on ourselves. You know, um, I've been seeing so many things, and I've been speaking on the topic of Kevin Wesley, defending some of the accusations and giving my observation and, just giving my honest truth and opinions. And to be honest, y'all, when I see the accusations of Kevin, most of those accusations is based upon somebody else's places limits that they've had on themselves, and they placed it on him, you know and that's the part that I want everybody to see. Like, we can't place these limits on ourselves. They'll say, well, look at the clothes he's wearing, because they don't want to wear them. They'll make fun of him wearing it. Well, he takes too many pictures, because they don't want to take as many pictures, or they see something wrong with it as far as him being a man. They judge him about doing it. You know, these things these judgments and these limits that we place in our own mind, we use these to dictate how someone else should carry themselves in their own life. And that's not fair. That's not okay, y'all. And that's what I've learned from this saga. Like, just realizing that everybody are different. Everybody can come together in their differences and find peace and common ground now, because we see the bigger picture. We understand now that these aren't the things that we should be holding on to this anger, holding on to this frustration. And, casting judgment based upon that. So everything that this person does now, everything that this person says now, we see it wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. Merely because they don't move or respond or behave in the lighting that we feel they should. It's selfish. How do I know how you perceive me in your mind if I'm not in your mind? And Miss Amora, she said I was doing all of this because I was just talking, I just wanted to do anything to make you mad. When she said that to Kevin, I was like, yes, I understand. We were all frustrated. You get what I'm saying? I know we're talking about the about Kevin Wesley's situation. I know Chief Cali has been like the main character in the situation, as far as the accusations, a lot of the accusations that's been occurring. He came up on the platform, you guys. um it was a moment where they could try to make peace. You guys, they've been having differences for like 6 years, right? 4 or 6 years, something like that. It's been a long time, and they have not spoken to each other in person as far as being on a panel with each other in a long while. So, Kevin said, if you can get Callie up here, you really to go tomorrow. And Callie came up there, and of course, Callie feels as if he's doing something for the people, and he could not make amends. Um, I, me honestly, I'm going to give my observation, and this is not to attack anyone, but I felt hurt in that moment because, you know, I disagreed. You get what I'm saying, Miss Cynthia? I disagreed because, what more can a person do? I've given my observation. I've given, you know, my reasoning. I've given my research. I've given, my responses, and they've been responding about these things for years towards each other. You get what I'm saying? And it was just, a moment where they both could breathe. It didn't happen. Shout out Big Cheese. Thank you for coming through. Big Cheese, I don't know if you know, but my channel is started from, clearing up the accusations with Kevin Wesley. And so I've been having Brother Kev back. You get what I'm saying? With giving my observation, and giving my honest opinion, and going through the fire of that. I know a lot of people is out there that don't necessarily agree, based upon things that they've heard about Kevin. So, I just felt like, coming to my channel, breaking things down, giving everybody some clarity on some of these accusations, and giving my observation as to why I feel, they're false. Doing the best that I can, because when I came in, I was upset. I was on attack mode with Neo, but I did take my accountability for being on attack mode with Neo, because I don't want to, have the internet beef and the drama and the chaos going on. I really don't want that. I really just want everybody to see, certain things that we thought to believe, aren't necessarily true if we just look at the information. Then I went on to clear up some of the accusations, and Chief Cali took it as if I was attacking him. I honestly wasn't attacking him. He started making videos about me, having discussions about me, calling me different type of names. I took it to offense a couple of times, but I never portrayed that to the limits. You get what I'm saying? Melanin Queen, thank you for coming through. Shout out to y'all for coming through. I know it's been a minute since I've been on my channel. I've been over there supporting with Ashley D. Shout out to the queen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the queens and kings that came through in this saga. It's a lot of emotions. And what I tell people is, we've been directed to utilize our emotions in the wrong way. Emotions are good. Res- Understanding your anger, understanding when you're happy, understanding when you're upset, these things are good, but they are not the form of logic. When you have logic, when you listen and consider logic, then you are able to respond based upon the logic, and allow yourself to understand how you feel with emotions because of the logic. you know we can't just respond so hastily at things, and because of our emotions. A lot of things we may be justified in, and but that doesn't make it logically correct. And Melanin said, what? He was so disrespectful. I feel you, sis. I feel you. I felt like that was a platform where everybody was making common ground. I'm not sure if Chief Cali was sure of what was going on, but get an opportunity to feel the vibe, right, to see what's going on, right. And he didn't want to make peace because he feels as if he's doing something for the community. But this is my thing, um and I've stated it multiple times, and it's just like, if Kevin is actually doing something that is harmful to the community, we need more than hearsay. We need actual evidence. And it bothered me because I'm like, Kevin he placed his medical records online to prove that he actually had his stomach removal surgery. That's proof. That's evidence. I've also done a video proving that somebody stole donation money. That's proof. That's evidence. Yes, that's true. You know what? I want to speak about this for everybody, to inform everybody, because I don't think a lot of people are informed about monetization and things like that on social media apps. Everybody is eligible to turn their pages into platforms. Texas Bama said, yeah, he's not ready. I believe he believes in what he's fighting for. It's just all went left. Diane, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. Thanks, Queen. Thank you, Ashley, for coming through, sis. Um, I and see, this is the thing, Texas, and I agree. With your statement. I believe he's what she says. Yes, he's not ready. I believe he believes in what he's fighting for. It just all went left. Here's the thing. There is a point where we can believe what somebody is fighting for, and then there is a point where we have to understand where somebody is just purposely doing things, because there's too many inconsistencies. It's not a hit to you or even to Chief Cali. I'm just giving my observation. Cause shout out to Queen Texas. She been keeping up with the information. She's really trying to, get to the bottom. She even wanted us to make peace. And I think that was real big. And it was a letdown, Texas, because even in that moment, like not even in that moment, but after the moment, I thought about you, because it was like, she wanted to make peace and, try to come to a common ground. In the moment that they had it, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, because this is the thing. And I hate to continue to bring up some of the accusations, but okay, when they had the ceremony, he Chief Cali says that there's cameras in the house or whatever, and Kevin recorded him. Kevin finally showed the recording years later, because Cali was like, show it, show it, show it, show it. A lot of people said show it, right? But when he showed it, it turned into, it still was a problem. It still was an upsetting thing. But nobody that was there can, if we're gonna say Kevin show proof of what happened at that ceremony, then we have to say Cali show proof of what happened at that ceremony, because we can only go based upon their word, right? Okay, fine. And so, and Ashley says, absolutely, just come to an understanding of going forward, agree to disagree, respecting others' boundaries and moving forward, right? And then we have another situation where in the beginning, this situation at the ceremony happened like what, years ago, right? But just recently, Chief Cali said, well, somebody called me and told me a month after I came out and spoke how I felt about the ceremony, they came out and told me what you did to that little girl. But that was this year where he came out with that story, right? And then he states, oh, the lady that told him, it's so crazy how she passed away after telling me. But then he says, well, I had the wrong person. Because, Dwight has multiple baby mamas. It's like, well, how many of them passed away then for you to get the wrong person? You get what I'm saying? And then to say, well, after that, it's other women that were standing there. You get what I'm saying? And the inconsistencies keep adding up. And now it's, oh, well, nobody ever said that he molested a child, but that's literally what you said in the beginning. That's literally what you said in the beginning. And now it's, nobody ever said that. And not to hold anybody, but he was just on somebody else's platform talking about how Kevin molested somebody else, molested that little girl. But when he's on his platform, nobody ever said it. Shout out to the Queen Break Room for coming through. You get what I'm saying? At some point, we got to see where things is not necessarily a misunderstanding. We just got to recognize things for being malicious. It's very hurtful because they were once, somewhat of friends. They had a relationship. You get what I'm saying? And it was business because, Chief Cali, he does his photography, he does his videos, you know, and Kevin supported that. Kevin paid for production. You get what I'm saying? And they formed, they made music together, they hung out. They hung out at the White House. You get what I'm saying? So, when it comes to this, it's very heartbreaking that they couldn't even make some type of common ground, and the fact that he even feels as if he's still doing something for the people. But you can't manipulate the people with false things or with inconsistencies in your truth or your information, because if these people are stating that, if these people have ever stated that, where is the information? Where is, as that little girl is a part of the community as well, right? Where is her justice? Why weren't there wasn't anything done except for coming on the internet to bash him, right? So, you know, it's not to take away from the moment of smiling, y'all. I wanted to talk about the smiling and to inform everybody. Not only that, but his baby was brought up and talking about, exposing him for utilizing his baby in some malicious format. Everybody, if you have a Facebook, if you have a YouTube, if you have a TikTok, if you have an Instagram, if you have a Bigo, if you have a Miko, if you have any of these apps, you go to your settings, you turn it on professional mode, and the very things that you are already doing, you can eventually get paid for it. Facebook, they pay up to $25 a month. You get likes, you get comments from your friends. You don't have to promote yourself. You don't have to do anything. You can just do what you're already doing and just get paid for it. That's not taking away from the people. That is being paid from social media. Um, oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I got my sis, I think. Let me see how to do this again. Okay, come back, sis. Come back, sis. Melanin says, Angie, now you know that dude, Callie, is on some other time. They just don't like Kevin. That's it. That's all. Most definitely. And all I can see is just bitter. It's just bitter and basically just stuck to a narrative that they can't seem to let go. Break Room said, Ashley D, love you, baby. I'm proud of you too. Shout out to the queen. It's been a beautiful time. It's been a beautiful moment. But I'll continue to defend Kevin. I'll continue to um break down these accusations because it's important. It's necessary because I want people to know the truth and understand that a lot of things that was done to him and his family was through emotions. In the saga, we made a big turn in the saga because everybody made amends for the most part. Everybody did their best to come to a common ground. Everybody, it was so many people apologizing, you guys, and crying. It was so many tears. It was so much love. It was so much beautiful things, you know. And see, this is the thing about the conscious community, and I love the conscious community. In the conscious community, we are supposed to be in an existence where we are aware of ourselves and our behaviors and our thought process and our reasoning, and to spread truth and to spread information to help bring others to awareness of themselves. But when it comes to manipulating the people, I'm totally against that. I'm definitely against that. And this is no shot to anyone. This is just me being direct, me being, you know, in respect of everyone, and being honest, because that is a part of being or caring for the community, for the people. I will not have a platform where I stand in the midst of people and lie and manipulate them. I will not allow people to gain emotional feelings towards me only so that I can manipulate them. It's not fair to them, and I'm not okay with that. And I would never be okay with anyone doing that. Um, Melanin says, I have all of my pages on professional mode. However, I'm very careful with YouTube because they stated violating content creators, and I wanted no parts of that. But since the apology tour, I may open up my YouTube. Yes, because it was an accusation of Kevin exploiting his baby on Facebook. But Facebook is a business platform. Everybody, you can socialize, you can socialize on any of these apps, and you can turn it on to professional mode. You don't have to be a major influencer to get paid off of Facebook. You really don't. People heart and like and comment things all day long. That is not an exploitation of this baby, you guys. It's really not. um if you go to this platform, you see the wonderful videos Lacey places for this baby, for their baby Samit, and he's so beautiful, you guys, so beautiful, and I love him, I really do. And when she places the videos and the updates and all the positivity, you know, it's not it's not an exploitation. There's no request for cash apps, not, and that wouldn't even be an exploitation. There's no request for any payments. It's really Facebook. Meta is paying them. Meta can pay you. Meta can pay all of us. That's not exploitation whatsoever. It's so many people who have platforms with their babies or with their children, you know, showing all the positivity of their families, and it goes viral all the time. You get what I'm saying? How many people, I know my Facebook page, before I put it on professional mode, my family would share pictures of mine. I could have got paid for that, but I didn't. Now it's on professional mode. So if my brother and my sister, they decide to share one of my pictures, I can possibly get paid for that share. It's not that deep, y'all. It's not that hard. It's not impossible. And everybody can literally do it. I think a lot of people aren't informed of that. And that's why there's this judgment that they can sense to believe, you know. And even YouTube, you put it on professional mode, you get enough followers and views, you can get paid for expressing yourself, you know. You can get paid for those things. That's not exploitation whatsoever. This right here is a dramatized situation, a malicious situation, if you ask me, based upon my observation. Diane says, yes, he is so handsome and beautiful. Yeah, I love baby Sami. He's so beautiful. I said, I just want to sniff him. I love that baby smell, y'all. He's so beautiful and so precious. You know, every baby deserves the welcoming into existence and life with, you know, pleasure and honor and ease, and to a certain extent, on in the with his family and with loved ones and supporters, we gave that. But with others, they didn't allow him that opportunity, and I don't think that's fair. You know, that's not okay. It's never okay. um Nobody, a lot of people didn't believe Kevin had his stomach removal surgery. It got so bad to the point where um he placed his medical records online. What more can you ask for? That's not just a justification, but that's proof. That's literal evidence. You get what I'm saying? And it gets to a point where, what more can I say? You know, what more can I do? At some point, the questions that you had are answered. Even when they say, well, You were asking for donations for this and that. When he was on a more platform and he was talking to Callie, he said, "You're going based upon things that I said I wanted to do, not things that actually happened. Those things never happened. Those things are what I wanted to do." Kevin has had major health situations, with the lumps in his chest, the stomach removal, the ulcers in his stomach. You get what I'm saying? Then he had the bowel obstruction. It was a back to back fight for his life and his healing, for his physical healing. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of things did not happen. A lot of things that he said he wanted to happen could not happen. You can't hold that against him. you know? Um it's this one person, and I'm not going to say her name, but it's this one person who's stating that Kevin owes her so much money, right? And I kept wondering, I'm like, what is she talking about? What is the reasoning? And I saw one day she said it was people coming to her telling her that Kevin stole from them or lied about the donations, and they wanted their money back. So she decided to pay these people and give them their money. And she came with an entire lump sum and said, Kevin owes me this money because I paid them. To be honest with you, it's so many things behind that situation. But I want to speak of one. I only want to speak of one. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. There is no way in this God given world that I would have paid out so much money to complete strangers with no evidence that they paid them anything. We don't know if they gave you anything. We don't know if you were paid anything at all. You get what I'm saying? And there's no evidence, no proof of anything. And not only that, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you try to seek out Kevin to pay these people or to give information to Kevin to determine whether these people actually paid him anything? The information is false. And that makes me feel more reason as to why my observation may be correct that this is a malicious act. You know, the determination of what has been happening to Kevin is on purpose, and it's not necessarily from a place of genuineness. And I hate even I got down to this because I was talking about the apologies, I was talking about the positivities, I was talking about the great things that happen, but it's hurtful. It's hurtful to see that they were on the platform and they could have made amends. They could have cleared up everything. And it didn't happen. And for what? And then I heard a few times about the panel or an event that Kevin was a part of. And the transgender Tracy Starr was there. I think I said her name right. Um But here's the thing. He was not in control of that event. And just because you may disagree with somebody's lifestyle, it's not fair to hold him accountable for that. See, this is the thing about shining your light on top of a mountain. You shine your light on top of the mountain for the ones who need to see it. And you cannot place judgment and boundaries on yourself to limit that light, because the ones who need to see it won't see it. Him going to events, speaking on positivity, has nothing to do with somebody's personal life choices. That's not fair to him, and that's not fair to Tracy Starr either, because we don't know her story. We don't know her background. We don't know what she went through and the things that she may even have to endure. And to place that on Kevin and say, well, he doing this and he doing that, and that's why you're limited. You are limited because of things that you choose not to do in your life. You are limited because of ways you choose not to have in your life. That ain't got nothing to do with Kevin. Going on people's panels, going on different platforms, having different events has nothing to do with you. So these accusations and these judgments that have been placed on him are merely because of emotions, because of people's own personal thought processes that they wouldn't do for themselves. And that's why they are where they are in life and he is where he is in life. And not to say, oh, he's rich and all of this and that. I think people paint out this picture when they feel like it and say he's rich. He try to make it seem as if, he's rich and all this and that. He's successful, most definitely. But he has not once boasted as if he was better than anyone. We have to see things from a logical aspect and stop allowing our emotions to gain control of us. You get what I'm saying? Um Shout out to everyone that's coming through. It was so hurtful just to not see that. And Neo X came up on the panel. I think she just wasn't unaware of what was going on. And but she stated something. She said, F Kevin Wesley for life. And I'm like, whoa. Oh, break room, we was talking about all of the events, about everybody apologizing, but I kind of drifted off into the subject of, Callie and Kevin about, them not being able to mend on the panel and things like that, and how it was upsetting to me. And just giving everybody an idea of different things and how we believe things based upon emotions. And we gotta switch it around. We gotta start using things based upon logic and then allowing our emotions to be how we feel about the logic. Not, you get what I'm saying? Because people, we'll say, oh, I'm mad about something, right? And then we'll respond because we're mad and we feel justified in that moment. But with logic, we'll understand, oh, I don't like it. And because I don't like it, I'm mad. And that's a different format of using our emotions. That's a different way of identifying our emotions so that we don't carry out toxicity. So we don't, place judgment on people or, believe things because of how a person moves or how a person responds. Oh, I didn't know they were unable to mend. Yes, break room. It was so hurtful. Um, um, because Chief Cali, he said he needs more time, and I could respect that. But he also stated, he's doing this for the people. And Kevin was like, what is it that you're actually, that you're doing for the people? You get what I'm saying? And so they had a small discussion, and Chief Cali, he said, I don't want to drift off, you get what I'm saying, from this moment. And I was just, I went off into some of the accusations that were brought out about Kevin that were upsetting to me, because it was like, most of it has been, from a place of emotions. Most of it has been upsetting, you get what I'm saying, and not logic. And if they would have mended fences and came to a common ground, y'all, I probably would have cried. I ain't even gonna lie. I would have cried. I would have been so excited. I would have been ecstatic. You know what I'm saying? Because it would have been a movement. It would have been a major, major movement. But I understand, sometimes people got to move on their own timing. And so I respect that. You get what I'm saying? But it hurt so bad because I just felt like it was no reason. All of this was no reason. None of it was any reason. None of it even makes sense. You know? None of it makes sense. You know, Samik, the young prince Samik has a platform. You know, he can't even, his thumbs aren't even strong enough to hit the like button for his own picture, you know? You know, and Kevin has placed out his medical records, you know? Neither Kevin nor Callie can give us evidence of or show us anything as far as the accusations of a shroom ceremony. Nobody would have even known they had a shroom ceremony, you know? Like all of these emotions causing all of this chaos online. It's not fair. It's not okay. You know, I wish they would have made up, y'all. Like it would have been, it would have been grand. It would have been powerful. You know, I know that it was about the LaTrue saga, you know, for the most part, but you know, it was the moments towards Kevin that was so hurtful, you know. Neil was like, F Kevin for life. I'm like, oh my goodness. And truth be told, Neo only knows Kevin. Well, she doesn't even know Kevin, but you know, she's followed him on social media and things in that sort. But she started, you know, having uh video discussions about Kevin within this saga. I think the saga was going on longer than, you know, her differences towards Kevin. To be honest with you, it wasn't even, you know, and so it's just like it was so discouraging. But I was encouraged because for the most part, everybody made clarity. Everybody made positive movements towards, just making amends, and it was beautiful when everybody had their own panels and speaking of positivity and clearing up things and growing and moving past things. For the most part, I think as a whole, everybody just came together and just it was a movement for the people. Like it was dope. It was beautiful. Hopefully one day we could come with that with everyone as a whole. That's at least a common ground. That's all I ask. um I hope that people can see the bigger picture and understanding. Nobody's asking you to like Kevin. you know it's just that, see the truth for what it is, move past it, move on. There's no effect of what Kevin is doing. Kevin is a grandfather now. Like what more what more do you want from him? You know what I'm saying? He's a grandfather. He just had a newborn baby as well. So his granddaughter and his son, they're gonna basically be raised together. And then he has his older children. They're gonna have their family soon. You know, there's no need to carry out anything as if, it's like, come on. But shout out to everybody for making those steps, giving those efforts. I mean, shout out to Chief Cali for coming up on the panel at the least to have some type of conversation with Kevin, because they haven't done it in a long time. Shout out to the Queen Blueberry for coming through. Shout out to you, Queen. And I wanted to give a place of, I wanted to come to my channel and kind of, give everybody a catch up on what I've been doing, and letting everybody know that I've been in the saga, seeing all the positivity happening, all the moves being made where everybody just growing, getting clarity for each other. You know what I'm saying? You have ups and downs and in betweens, but for the most part, like we've really been doing our thing. And that's all I could really ask for. We hope for better days with everyone. Hopefully the good energy can spread like a virus, just like the bad energy tries to spread like a virus. You get what I'm saying? Where everybody can just come together and make change and become better within ourselves, and spread positivity and light. Shout out to brother Kevin. Shout out to his family. Shout out to everybody just coming together in growth. I know I my whole intent was like, it's a new season. Things done turned around, and I hope that it continues that way. I hope that Robert and Brianna, they continue to co-parent or whatever they do with their lives that goes into positivity. Queen Latoya and OB, shout out to them and their beautiful family, and they go in positivity. She just made it through surgery, y'all. Shout out to her for that. Dawn, bless, beautiful Dawn, Queen Dawn, and her son. You get what I'm saying? I hope that they make it. And well, not hope that they make it. They're already making it, but I hope that they continue on in the positivity. Kevin, Jamie, Lacey, their beautiful children, their grandbaby. You get what I'm saying? I hope they continue into positivity, into love. I hope that all of the content creators continue into love and positivity. Y'all know what? I want to stop right now and I want to talk about Queen Felicia, y'all. Felicia. Y'all, she came into the saga, I would say a little bit before I started my platform. I'm not sure. But she had Brianna's back. And one day, we all did our bush watching in the saga. We couldn't just go on everybody's platform. But I went and I heard her story, and I heard her talking about her story. And I talked to Ashley D. I said, Ashley, I said, did you hear Queen Felicia's story? And she said, no, what happened? I said, man, you got to go hear it for yourself. When I tell you, y'all, her story had me in tears. And I just felt like she just had so much courage to speak on it. In that moment, it was like it's no longer about the saga. I saw her heart. And that's why every time when I go up the Ashley D channel, I talk about it. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because when I told Ashley, I was like, man, her story is powerful, y'all. Like for real. And that's what it's all about, like, getting to perceive things for yourself, getting to see people for yourselves. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I went and I did, and I got to see it for myself with nobody's judgment placed in my mind. No, nothing that she may have done or said or whatever the case may be. I didn't see much of it. You get what I'm saying? I went and I saw it for myself. I saw this person for myself, and it was beautiful. You get what I'm saying? And when I go and see, when I talk about Kevin and his story, it's mainly like, look, y'all, go see him for yourself with no judgments, with no perceptions that were already given to you, not with the tainted mind, just for yourself. Start over anew and just see him for yourself. When I tell you, Kevin has a pure heart, a big heart. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's amazing. His insight, when I see Jamie and Lacey and their love and their peace. Shout out to Kansas City 66. Thank you for coming through. And when I see their platforms, and how their kids just be at so much peace and everything, because a lot of people say, oh, I look and they don't look happy, and I'm just looking like that's not what I see at all. That's not what I see at all. What I see is peace. What I see is love. What I see is happiness, purity. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, but I see an example that a lot of people, can actually look to and incorporate in their own lives. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of us that grow up in the struggle. It's a lot of us that grow up, in toxicity environments, not so healthy, or not I'm not talking about the big house or anything like that, because they wasn't always in this new house, y'all. They had an average house like everybody else did. I'm talking about their peace within themselves and to each other. Queen Jamie, thank you for coming through, baby. Thank you for coming through, mama. And so when I see that, and I saw it for years, and I was just like, man, it's dope. It's amazing. You get what I'm saying? And then when I saw the accusations, Chatty Cathy, thank you for coming through, Queen. I appreciate you too, Queen. I really do. I appreciate everyone, especially for all the great work that we've done, all the pure hearts that I've seen. Chatty Cathy, you have a pure heart, Queen. Alicia, thank you for coming through, Queen. Thank you for coming through, Queen. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everybody, because what we showed in this saga is that we all have hearts. We all came in this because of our heart. We all saw different things. We all grew. We all can come together as a people. And you know what? It was a lot of times where I say, as the Black community as a whole, where it's other communities who have a tendency to laugh at us because it seemed like we can't get it together. This was a moment where we got it together. We got it together. We got it together, y'all. And I'm so happy for that. I'm so grateful for that, because that's all I really want. Like, you guys, we can identify with different culture identities. We don't ha- we got people who can like rock music. We got people who can like rap music. We can like people who don't like music at all. Soap operas or whatever the case may be. But as a whole, we understand and respect each other. We honor each other. We in this saga, we had different perspectives. We didn't have to attack each other because of these perspectives. You get what I'm saying? We have perspectives based upon our own experience. And that's a valuable thing. This is how we learn. This is how we become better. This is how the community gets better. You come to me with your perspective. I come to you with mine. We don't need to attack each other for it, but we hear each other. And then before you know it, we have an entire community of people that are hearing each other's perspective and improving because we gave each other an opportunity to be heard. you know we don't have to have that one side track mind where we only see it in our own view, where things are only right and wrong based upon how we think about it. If somebody does something that we don't approve of, they become the worst person in the world. No, that's not okay. That's not okay. And you're right, Melanin. He is a good guy. They say, well, you take too many pictures. According to whom? They say, well, you wear that hat, that funny looking hat or whatever the hat may be. According to whom? Does that not make him a human? Does that not make him a good guy? Well, I don't know anybody that would do something like this or do something like that. Okay, you get what I'm saying? But that doesn't make him a bad guy. That doesn't make him a bad guy, y'all. Like, that doesn't make accusations about him true at all. Right, Kansas 66. If everybody thought, looked, and acted the same, this would be a boring world. Y'all, we not robots. We cannot say, "Oh, I wouldn't wear that dress," and because she got it on, I don't like her. You get what I'm saying? So now me and my friends, we done come to the conclusion we don't like her because she had on that dress. No, she liked the dress, she wore the dress, and she has every right to. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make somebody better or worse than anybody. It makes us human. We have different identities. We have different perspectives. We have different mindsets. Miss White, thank you for coming through, Queen. Just stopping to say hello. Shout out to you. Chatty Cathy says driving, but thank you very much. All the best. Yes, love. Yes. You know, we got to get to a point in life where things cannot be so easily convincing because we can't easily identify with the way somebody, you know, chooses to carry their life. You know, we can't place shame and things on people based upon hurt. You know, a lot of that happened throughout the saga with Robert and Brianna. You know what I'm saying? And you knew it, we all knew it hurt because you know when Brianna supporters would say something about Robert, it'd be like, oh man. But when Robert supporters would say something about Brianna supporters would be like, oh man, it hurt. It hurt. You know, I think from all of this we grew. I think from all of this it was beautiful. I want that same type of closure as a whole for everyone. You know, we still have a couple of people who may be upset with Robert and Brianna, you know, for certain things. We have a couple of people who are still upset with Kevin for a couple of things. But we all got to get to a point where it's like, look, it's okay. It's okay. Like, what is it that you want Kevin to do? Do you want to turn his social media sites off of professional mode? Would that make people feel better? Do you want him to, not have wives at all? Would that make anybody feel better? What is it that you want him to do? You want him to pay back all of these people for these so-called donations, but where's the information for him to know these people? You can't just have somebody say, well, I paid all of these people back and now he owes me. No, you have to go back to all of those people and get the evidence that they actually paid him so that he can pay you. Or understand this, he did not ask you to pay that. Nobody owes anybody. And to tell you the truth, with time that has gone by, you've made that and more. Let's get to a place where it's like, okay, because we've had our opportunity to bash each other online. You bashed them online. You talked about it, whatever you wanted to talk about. You enjoyed when people were talking about them in the negative light. People are in, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's move forward. Let's not hold on to anger and frustration. Where does that lead us? When you hold on to hurt, you're only hurting yourselves. You're only mad within yourself. It doesn't stop anybody's life. It doesn't stop anybody's growth. It only stops yours. Anger only limits you. So if you think that you're doing any justice by being mad at anyone, you're not. You slow down your own growth, your productivity, your learning, your healing, because things that you can't choose to move on from. Everybody is here. Every day is a new day, right? Every day that you wake up is a moment, a new opportunity, a new day, a new chance at life to become better, to be better. Blessed Queen, shout out to you coming through. Says I like you. You are a real one, boo. Thank you so much, Queen. Real recognize real all day long. And so when you know that, there's no need to hold on to things that hinder you from having a better tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to hold on to nothing that holds me from having a better tomorrow. I want to grow. I want to become better. I want to be happy. They say it all the time. Life is short. So if life is short, why do I feel like I need to be fighting every day? To have anger every day, to talk about things that aren't growing every day. You're holding on to past things, whether it be true or false. To tell you the truth, it's been false. But either way, you've been holding on to this, speaking on this every day. And the more days you go by speaking on these things, the more days you have lost speaking on negativity, speaking on things that are hurtful, that are hindering your progression in happiness. I don't want to constantly be reminded of hurtful things, so I wouldn't want to remind myself of hurtful things. That is crazy. That is insanity. It's depression, you know. Um, Healing is being able to see the time that was spent in that negative space and being willing to walk away, whether things were done the way you feel they should have been done or not. That's true healing. And that is what consciousness is. Consciousness is the continuance of evolving, the continuance of healing, learn, unlearn, and relearn. Blessed Queen said, that's right, boo. Keep up the good work, my boo. Yes, Queen. Yes, most definitely. Melanin Related say, hey, Blessed Queen. Shout out to all the real ones. Shout out to everyone because that's what love is. Love is understanding that everybody is in this journey and nobody is in the same position. We are all in different spots of our own journeys. We all have different viewpoints. You get what I'm saying? And nobody's viewpoint is better than the others. It's just not the same as our own. And that is why it's so beautiful. Because when I come to you and you come to me and we see things, differently, we can be able to tell each other's our viewpoint. You know, it's kind of like art. It's kind of like being able to describe a beautiful picture and then they be able to visualize it and say, oh, that's beautiful. Now let me tell you my beautiful picture too. And you can say, oh, I can see it. That's beautiful. That is consideration. That is growth, you know, that is unity. We can bash each other all day. We can hate each other all day. We could talk about bad things all day. You get what I'm saying? We could be upset with each other all day. But what does it do to anyone? It hurts us. That is, to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like it hurts us. It hurts me to be upset. So I'm gonna hold on to this anger forever and ever. I'm gonna go years and years and be mad at this person forever and ever. You know what I'm saying? And people just walking around looking like, I don't know what's her problem. I don't know why she's so upset. It looks foolish. It looks ignorant. It looks sad. It looks very bitter. But you'll walk around, I'll walk around and I don't think nobody sees that I'm bitter. Nobody sees that I'm being foolish. Nobody sees it. People see it. They see you look foolish. They see you look bitter. Most people, Queen Josephine, thank you for coming in, Mama. No, people have a tendency to think that people don't see them. And it's like, no, I see you. I see you. You get what I'm saying? And then when you think about it, it's like, man, I walked around like that and people actually saw that. That's embarrassing. You know? But I wanted to let everybody know, like, look, I got some more videos coming through, some more content coming through. I'm gonna do it from a place of love and just give honest observation. I just wanted to speak my piece on the positivity and the turn of events and everybody growing. And to tell you the truth, everybody growing like this internet family. This is an entire family, y'all. Like, I've been going from channel to channel, like just spreading love. Like, oh, it's so beautiful. So I'll be back on these YouTube streets, spreading some more love and positivity to the family, because that's what we are. This family brung us together to be family, and that's what we're gonna continue to be. Shout out to everyone. Love and peace to all of you.